In this video I'm going to show you how you can create chord sequences very simply using Ableton Live's new scale feature in its MIDI sequencer window. How we get there, firstly we need to create an empty MIDI clip. We do this by double clicking in an empty clip slot. Then I'm just going to extend it up here. Now this is the scale function here. If we click on it, what it will do is it will highlight all the notes that are available within the selected scale here. So if we click, say, D minor, apparently the saddest of all keys. Now this shows us all the keys that are available within D minor. All the keys that are grayed out are the notes that are not within the scale. I'm just going to click up here with the magnifying glass, just to zoom in a little bit. You can do it on the side here if you hover here and click left and right, and it's right to zoom in, left to zoom out, just so we can see it a bit more. Now if we go up here we can click scale, and what it will do is it will eliminate any of the grey notes. So you see here we've got like this F sharp here. If I click that, F sharp has now disappeared. So we have all the notes that are available to us within the key of D minor. This is really handy because we can now create harmony or melodies, but in this video I'm going to show you how to create harmony. And we do this by stacking notes on top of each other in thirds. So what that means is we'll put a note, so for example here we'd do this note and then we'd count up 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and that would create a chord within the key of D minor. Okay, so this is essentially diatonic harmony without any understanding. Okay, so you don't need any of these MIDI packs that are floating around on the internet or anything like that. So let's create a sound. So first let's go and load an instrument. So I'm just gonna get a bit of screen real estate going on. Click instruments and I'm gonna search for a piano. There's usually one in the instrument rack. Here we got grand piano. There we go. Drag it to the top to load the instrument. That's loaded. And close this down. Close this down. Double click on the clip to see this view again. Now I'm going to turn on this headphone icon here so I can hear the notes when I click. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make this loop here 4 bars long. So if we go up to length here and we click and we can just type in the number 4. So that gives us a loop of 4 bars within this MIDI window. Another thing I'm also going to do is turn the fixed grid to 1 bar in length. So whenever I click and add a MIDI note, it's going to last for 1 note. At the moment it sets to 16th notes. So if I click, it just lasts for 1/16th note. Which you can do that and then drag the note out, but it can get a bit tedious. Let's right click and we're going to select fixed grid to 1 bar. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to pick 1 note per bar at random. So I'm going to start with D, and then maybe go down, then maybe up a little bit, and then down again. Okay. No idea what this is going to sound like yet. We might have to adjust it afterwards, but this is a start. Now we apply this stacking thirds idea I talked about at the start. So we go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's do it on the next chord. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and so on. So let's do it on here. And then we have a chord sequence. What it sounds like, we don't know yet. So let's have a listen. Okay, so first 3 chords sounded cool, last one sounded a bit fruity. So let's select all these notes by clicking and dragging, and then we can move it up and down. So I'm going to move it maybe there. Let's try that. Cool, great. We have a chord sequence, so you can do this any key. You don't have to just do it D minor. You can go and change it. Now, another thing you can do is we can make this sound a bit more jazzy by adding another note on top, which is the 7th of each chord. So from the last note, or the highest note in the chord here, we can go 1, 2, 3. Add another note, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. See how that sounds now. Okay, I hope this helps you come up with some chord sequences for your drum beats. There's a lot of adverts online for MIDI packs and all this stuff. They're all good, but I think this you can come up with yourself and have some creative ideas. And remember, you can be as random as possible with this. Then if you're not so happy with the chords, you can go and select them all and drag them up and down. Be creative with it. Sure you'll come up with something really cool.